What up, sports fans? I'm Paulo Camacho, and this is the Macho Sports Report, where I talk to you about the sports stories that matter to me, hopefully matter to you. Ladies and gentlemen, we officially have ourselves the 20th head coach in 49ers franchise history. No, it's not Hugh Jackson, or Mike Shanahan, or Mike Holmgren. Guys, just let me say the name, alright? Presenting... Drum roll, please. No drum roll? Seriously? Alright, fine. It's Chip Kelly. I swear, some people just don't know the meaning of showmanship around here. After the failed post-Harbaugh experiment that was Jim Tomsula, hell, I was a supporter at first, but even I'm calling it for what it was. The 49ers front office was forced to make a splash on the head coaching front, and hopefully a long-term solution at the head coaching position. Enter former Philadelphia Eagles head coach Chip Kelly, who led the team to a 6-9 record in 2015, but only after leading them to back-to-back 10-6 campaigns the 2 seasons before. After other more desirable coaching candidates passed up the Niners, the organization set their sights on Kelly, who undoubtedly knows his stuff about offense. He took a 4-12 Eagles team that had a middling offense and propelled them to second in the league in offensive yards per game. And that was with Nick Foles and Matt Barkley. Alright, all that said, general reaction from fans and media alike. Well, I don't think you can get more polarizing than this. On the one hand, you have pundits saying how great of a hire this was. On the other hand, you have fans and other pundits saying that this was the worst possible move ever. And don't get me wrong, I understand the objections. After all, this was a guy who, as GM, forced out the likes of Deshaun Jackson and LaShawn McCoy, simply because they wouldn't get with the program, unconfirmed accusations of racism aside. He's seen as a dictator, too outside the box. His personality is much like Harbaugh's, which means he might not last too long with Balky anyway. He's seen as a bottom-of-the-pile candidate. He'll likely clash with his young roster. Free agents might not want to play for him, and detractors would much rather have had Holmgren or Shanahan to rebuild this franchise. Run! He's the death knell of the franchise! The sky is falling! The sky is falling! But hey, call me optimistic, if not at least cautiously so. Look, 49ers fans can dislike GM Trent Baalke all they want. But in this case, you might be able to call his presence as a silver lining in conjunction with the Kelly hire. Chip won't have the GM power to cut players because they look at him funny. So there's no need to worry about Chip getting rid of Carlos Hyde or Torrey Smith, the way he disposed of McCoy and Jackson in Philly. For better or worse, personnel decisions run through Baalke. And with over $50 million in salary cap space, Baalke and Chip could work together to build the roster they need to win. Maybe. Plus, he'll likely spend the next 8 months salvaging the wreckage of Colin Kaepernick. He did say, had he not landed in San Francisco, Kelly was willing to trade for the 27-year-old at his new landing spot. Now he doesn't have to. The question now? Whether or not he can actually reclimate Cap's career. Like another head coach in the past did with an incumbent QB. You remember. And let's not forget, he now has to build a coaching staff that doesn't lay an egg. As far as I'm concerned, this is Chip's last big shot in coaching in the NFL. He's gotta make this count. And if Chip fails, Trent's days may be numbered. Seems to me pessimistic 49ers fans will get their wish if it ends up being the dumpster fire they think it will be. But hey, I'm just trying to dress this up as optimistically as I can. Because at the end of the day, this is easily a boom or bust decision on the part of CEO Jed York. This hiring at least acknowledges that he made a mistake by firing Harbaugh. Dare I say, this is a bold move for York? It could be the best decision he'd made since he'd hired Harbaugh in 2011. Or it could blow up spectacularly in his face. Either way, I'm gonna watch every second of it with a sense of optimism. Because after the season from hell that 2015 produced, maybe I'm just tired of hearing nothing but negativity in Niner land. That said, ironically enough, what say you 49ers fans? What do you think of the 49ers hiring Chip Kelly as head coach? And do you see a scenario where he could succeed with the players currently on the roster? Let me know in the comments section below. I'm Paulo Camacho, and this has been the Macho Sports Report. Peace out, sports fans!